If you had the opportunity to travel anywhere on earth, where would you go? You can plan. Sometimes we limit ourselves. If I had more money, I would do it. If I had more free time, I would do it. When I have more free time, I will study English every day. Why don't we limit ourselves? Hello, my friend! Welcome back. I love to see you here. Today, you're gonna learn a lot of possibilities with the expression if. If. This little word can connect a lot of possibilities. So then you can tell your stories, you can talk about your plans, you can talk about your past, you can talk about possibilities. And I love thinking about the possibilities of our lives. Where would you go if you could choose your destiny? If you study English every day, you will be fluent very soon. If. There are a lot of possibilities with this word, if. I'm going to give you the most common examples, the most useful expressions, okay? But if you have questions, doubts, comment here. We are here to serve you. Again today, Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. This is the journal of this Roman emperor, his thoughts, and he was talking to himself. Later, people got his notes, got together and published the book. He wrote this 2,000 years ago. He wrote this 2,000 years ago. And you tell me if it's present, if it fits our lives or not. I'm gonna read in Portuguese and I put the subtitles in English. Descarte suas esperanças e seu bem-estar. Descarte suas esperanças e se o seu bem-estar é importante para você, seja seu próprio salvador enquanto pode. What is he telling himself here? Look, do not wait for others to be good, to do the right thing. No, no. Don't expect the right attitude from others. You should do it. You should be the correct person. You should do the right thing. Do not hope that everyone is honest, that everyone is fine, that everyone is correct. No, no. You should do it. You are the person. He's talking to himself. He's saying, I am the person who needs to do the right thing. Experimentar sensações, até os animais que pastam fazem isso. Deixar seus desejos controlarem você, até os animais selvagens fazem isso. E humanos no cio e tiranos também fazem isso. fazer da sua mente seu guia para o que parece melhor. Até mesmo pessoas que negam os deuses fazem isso. Mesmo pessoas que traem seu país. Mesmo as pessoas que fazem a portas fechadas. Se todo o resto é moeda comum, o que é próprio do bom homem? Now, he's gonna tell us what is the feature, the profile of the good man. Listen to this. O bom homem acolhe com afeição o que é enviado pelo destino. Ele não mancha e nem perturba o seu espírito e o seu interior com uma confusão de falsas crenças. Em vez disso, ele preserva sua alma fielmente, obedecendo calmamente a Deus, sem dizer nada falso, sem fazer nada injusto. E se os outros não reconhecem isso, essa vida de simplicidade, humildade, alegria, ele não se ressente deles por isso. E também não é dissuadido de seguir a estrada para onde ela conduz, o fim da vida. Um fim a ser alcançado na pureza, na serenidade, na aceitação, na unidade pacífica com o que deve ser. Marcus Aurelius wrote a lot about the importance of accepting what happens to us. This became the foundation of Stoicism, the philosophy of accepting what happens to us. Sometimes we complain about things that happen to us. This is human. We all do it. But we need to make the effort to stop, receive, and thank for everything that happens to us. We lost someone we love. We accept and we thank for the opportunity we had to meet this person. Last week, one of my best friends lost his wife. It was hard. But he was grateful. He was grateful for having had the opportunity to share years of his life with her. We cannot control the external world, but we have the authority to control our internal world. And it's not easy to control our thoughts. It's not easy to be disciplined, to do the right thing. Mainly when we're weak, mainly when we're hit by life. But if we don't control ourselves, where will we be? If you and I don't do the right thing, we know the result. And it's not a beautiful picture. Let's have some water. Yesterday, a friend of mine, a guy who used to be my classmate, was caught by the police. And I was thinking, why? If you ask me, he needed to do it. I tell you, he is a millionaire. He has millions in cash, in jewelry, in cars, in big houses. And he was doing something very ugly. Did he need it? Of course not. But there's always a lesson for us. If I start walking this path here, the result can be difficult. If I walk straight, if I stand up with my shoulders back, as Jordan Peterson teaches us, and I do the right thing, probably it's going to be harder. But at the end of the race, I'll be much safer. This water is yours, and this is mine. Cheers, my friend. Let's activate our body. If you follow me, I promise you, you will learn better. You will be more concentrated. You will be more focused. You will perform better. If we exercise together, if we stretch together, if we breathe together. Trust me, I would never waste your time. Never. And you know why. Move your body, your shoulders, your hip, your legs. Today, we're going to do this movement here, okay? We stretch our arms, we open our chest, and we clap our hands there. We exercise chest, shoulders, and triceps when we do it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now, we're going to do this movement here as if we were lifting a box, okay? We are here on the floor and we need to lift a box to someone else who is up in the tractor, okay? This, we're going to exercise shoulders now and part of our lats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Move your neck to the left, to the right, up, and down. Now let's stretch. Do this. Twist your wrist and stretch to the front. Let's go. Stretch, stretch, stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. Now, open your chest, squeeze your back, and look up. The power is up there, my friend. You count for us. Count, please. 1, you continue. Okay. All right. We're gonna breathe. Now we're gonna breathe in 2 times. We're gonna do. Then we hold and we breathe out. We breathe in new energy, pure air. We breathe in the wisdom we need to do the right thing, to have the discipline, to say no to interruptions, to say no to temptations. And we breathe out the worries. We breathe out the loads we don't need to carry. Okay? Let's go together. You and I. One moment, please. Got a little bit of your water. Okay. Let's breathe together. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Once more, please. All right. Are you ready? If I told you that these classes can take you to places you never imagined, would you believe it? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. Sometimes we're very busy. We have a lot of things to do. And a good strategy to move ahead is to prioritize and execute. When we prioritize, we get rid of the noise. When we execute, we act. This concept I read from a Navy SEAL in the United States. His name is Jocko Willink. He says, prioritize and execute. This is Miami, my friend. Now tell me, what's your priority right now? Hello, my friend. If. During this class, you're going to learn how to use if. Different examples. If it rains, I'll stay home. If it's hot, I'll turn on the air conditioner. If it's comfortable, I'll be happy. If it's comfortable, I'll be happy. This is something we need to talk about. We tend to misunderstand comfort with happiness. We tend to think that when things are more comfortable, we're happier. And this is not precise. I love to talk about, to read, to study, and to talk about the science of happiness. Because I want to see you happy. I want to be happy. And these days, I was seeing this professor from Stanford, and he said, if you want to be happy, do hard things.
Principle 1 is do hard things. We have this thought that life is supposed to be easy and that comfort is where we're going to gain happiness. You can have a life of ease and that will give you a quick hit of dopamine. But make no mistake, that is not the path. It is exactly the opposite. This chart right here shows our lives. And this is what happens. We get kind of complacent, or we get comfortable. And if we want to move forward and get to the next peak, the magic is to understand that your life is almost always going to get worse first. If you want to change careers and you want to learn something new, you're going to go down the learning curve. Your salary is probably going to go down. You're going to not be good at your job. You want to start a new habit. You want to take a cold shower. You want to meditate. You want to start exercising. It's going to get worse first. And you're going to follow this pattern, but you need to realize that the thing that's keeping you there is the first move is always going to be worse. Eventually what's going to happen is these downward curves are going to get a lot shallower, because you know what the biggest part of that curve is? It's just fear. So the more you put yourself in situations where you do hard things, the shallower and shallower those divots are going to get, because you're going to remove that fear. Everything that you want in this life is on the other side of worse first.
So if English is difficult, excellent, you'll be happier when you evolve. It's interesting to think that hard things bring joy. But it's the reality. Here, I'm going to share with you, I'm going to share my screen with you, and you're going to see annoying features of the mind. Let's watch this together.
You might assume that we are creatures that are built to be happy. But the sad thing is that we're really not wired for happiness. Natural selection honestly doesn't care how we feel. It really just wants us to survive and reproduce. And that doesn't necessarily involve being happier. I'm Laurie Santos. I'm a professor of psychology at Yale University and host of the Happiness Lab podcast. I study the science of happiness. In order to feel happier, we really need to come to terms with the fact that our mind is kind of lying to us. We experience what psychologists like Dan Gilbert and Tim Wilson have called miswanting. Miswanting is the act of trying to go for certain things that we assume are going to make us feel happy, but then they don't make us as happy as we think. Because there are these annoying features of the mind that cause us to get happiness wrong. And one of the biggest annoying features of the mind is the fact that we all have these intuitions about the kinds of things we should be doing to feel better. But the research shows that many of those intuitions are just incorrect. Take, for example, money. So many of us think that if we just got more money, we'd feel happier. But if you have enough money to put food on the table and a roof over your head, more money isn't going to make you happier. The same is true for so many things. Getting a promotion, material possessions, getting married. We kind of get the Rolling Stones idea wrong. We think the problem is that we can't always get what we want. But the problem is that if we got what we wanted, we probably still wouldn't be happy because we want the wrong things.
We have the impression that if we had more money, we would be happier. We have the impression that if we got that car, we would be more respected. We have the impression that if we got that promotion, we would feel better. It's wonderful to have more money, to buy the car we dreamed of, to get the promotion. It's amazing. I'm not telling you this is wrong or this is bad. No, this is great. But if we have the illusion that our happiness will come from these material things, we are wrong. Just listen to this.
A second annoying feature of the mind is the fact that we tend to not think in objective terms. We tend to compare all our outcomes in life to something else. This is what's known as setting a reference point. We're constantly comparing what we have to other people. Compare our salaries, compare our looks, compare how happy our marriage is, even compare how much sex we're getting. And that's a problem because it means we could be doing objectively quite well in life. But as long as there's somebody out there who's doing better than us, we're going to feel bad.
Please, my friend, avoid comparisons. If you want to feel good, stop comparing your life, your achievements, your home, your job, your salary, your family to other people's things. And with social media, it has become hard to avoid comparisons because we get our cell phones and we scroll and we see a lot of beautiful, rich, prosperous, wealthy people. Please do not compare yourself to others. If you want to feel good, compare yourself and your actions to who you were yesterday. I encourage you to do it because then you have an honest evaluation. Well, I used to lie, but I don't do this anymore. I used to watch things that are not positive, and I don't do this anymore. I used to eat a lot of junk food. And I eat less junk food these days. Great, excellent. Let's see other things that disturb our happiness, things that disturb our sense of feeling grateful.
Another annoying feature of the mind is that our minds tend to get used to stuff. When you first have an experience, it's glorious, but over time, you kind of get used to it. This is what researchers call hedonic adaptation. It means that things that initially impact our happiness a lot, they stop having the same impact over time. There's an additional problem with hedonic adaptation, which is that we don't really know that it's happening. And that leads to an additional bias that's known as the impact bias. We assume that if something good happens, it's going to impact our happiness a lot and for a really long period of time. But the evidence suggests it doesn't. We're biased about the particular impact that any event might have on our happiness. That's the impact bias. When we think about the annoying features of the mind, the bad news is that those mistakes seem to be built in. Everyone's walking around with minds that will inevitably miss want. The real way to thwart our biases is to behave differently. There's a whole set of practices I like to call rewirements.
All right. So, if these things don't bring happiness, what's the secret? Where is the key to happiness? I'll tell you. If you stay here and if you pay attention, I'll give this gift to you. 3, 2, 1. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Winning at everything might only mean that you are not doing anything new or difficult. You might be winning, but you are not growing. And growing might be the most important form of winning. Perhaps you are overvaluing what you don't have and undervaluing what you do. There is some real utility in gratitude. It's also good protection against the dangers of victimhood and resentment. How hard can you force yourself to work and sustain your desire to work? How much can you sacrifice to your partner before generosity turns to resentment? What is that you actually love? What is it that you genuinely want? Before you can articulate your own standards of value, you must see yourself as a stranger, and then you must get to know yourself. What do you find valuable or pleasurable? Here's a hint. The future is like the past, but there is a crucial difference. The past is fixed, but the future, it could be better. It could be better, some precise amount, the amount that can be achieved perhaps in a day with some minimal engagement. Perhaps happiness is always to be found in the journey uphill, and not in the fleeting sense of satisfaction awaiting at the next peak. Much of happiness is hope, no matter how deep the underworld in which that hope was conceived. Perhaps what you really need is right in front of your eyes, but you cannot see it because of what you are currently aiming for. And that brings us to something else. The price that must be paid before you or anyone can get what they want, or better yet, what they need. You no longer have to be envious because you no longer know that someone else truly has it better. You no longer have to be frustrated because you have learned to aim low and to be patient. You are discovering who you are and what you want and what you are willing to do. You are finding that the solutions to your particular problems have to be tailored to you, personally and precisely. You are less concerned with the actions of other people because you have plenty to do yourself. Attend to the day, but aim at the highest good. Now, your trajectory is heavenward. That makes you hopeful. Even a man on a sinking ship can be happy when he clambers aboard a lifeboat. And who knows where he might go in the future. To journey happily may well be better than to arrive successfully. Ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door will open. If you ask as if you want and knock as if you want to enter, you may be offered the chance to improve your life. A little, a lot, completely. And with that improvement, some progress will be made in being itself. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. Tell me one thing that you have improved. Comment here about your improvement. Compare yourself to yourself. Hello, my friend. If we use this word to talk about possibilities. If I have a headache, I drink water and take a shower. If I study without interruptions, I learn better. If I have a headache, I drink water and take a shower. If I study without interruptions, I learn better. We can also use if to offer advice. We say, if I were you, I would exercise. If I were you, I would control myself. If I were you, I would find time to meet my friends and have fun. And you can invent anything you want. For example, if I could, I would travel more. There's a song. If I could, then I would. I'm going wherever you will go. Have you heard this song? We have this song. I'm gonna give it as a gift to you. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. I love to see you here. Welcome back. Today we sing together, you and I. Your voice is essential in our songs. Today we sing, how are you feeling today? God bless you, my dear. God bless you. Today we sing Wherever You Will Go, and I forgot the name of the band, of the singer. If you remember, please comment here. Wherever You Will Go.
So lately, been wondering who will be there to take my place when I'm gone. You need love to light the shadows on your face. If a great wave shall fall and fall upon us all, then between the sand and stone, could you make it on your own? If I could, then I would. I'm going wherever you will go, way up high or down low. I'm going wherever you will go. If I could, then I would. I'm going wherever you will go, way up high or down low. I'm going wherever you will go.
Complete the lyrics. Comment the name of this band here. Share this video with your friends. Forever VIPs, you were here and I'm waiting for you here. Hello, my friend. If I need to train with my master Ava early in the morning, I go to bed early the last night. If I know he's coming the next day, I take care of what I am eating. Let's see how I perform this time. If we knew all the strikes we would have, maybe we would be afraid. If we knew what was gonna happen, maybe we would suffer in advance. What can you and I, what can we do to get ready for the obstacles? What can we do to be prepared when it's raining? What can we do to be more balanced so then when life hits us, we can hold, we can stick. 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friend. What would you do if you won the Mega Sena, the biggest one from the New Year's Eve? Come here. Sometimes we make plans without thinking about the reason why we're planning these things. If you want to have something in order to invite your family for lunch, you don't need to wait for that thing. Just call them and invite them. If you could call someone, who would you call? If you had the opportunity to travel anywhere on earth, where would you go? You can plan. Sometimes we limit ourselves. If I had more money, I would do it. If I had more free time, I would do it. When I have more free time, I will study English every day. Why don't we limit ourselves? I have come to the conclusion that we never have more free time. We never have more money. We never have more energy. We need to prioritize. If you ask me, Felipe, do you have free time tomorrow morning? You know my answer. I'm going to tell you no, I don't. But if I stop and check my schedule and start thinking of ways to be more effective, I start to clean the fat. I start to be more organized. And then the free time that I didn't have, I start to see. If you had a free day full of prosperity, of anything you wanted, what would you do? If you could choose anything, what would you choose? Three, two, one. Hello, my friend. Yes, we're finishing one more class. Congratulations. Yes. I'm super happy, of course. I'm grateful, of course. Why? Because I know you're growing. I know you're developing your skills. I know you are acquiring some knowledge that's useful to the world today. Every class I write, prepare, design, plan, think, and record to you has three things. I want to see you happy, healthy, and wealthy. Come here, let me show you something. During this class, you learned how to use the expression if. Felipe, if I study every day, will I learn faster? Felipe, if you could give me some advice, what would you tell me? If I were you, I would do the right thing. During this class, you saw a lot of examples using if. About the topic of happiness, come here. This is something I wrote to myself. Rewire for happiness. If you want to be happy, my friend, you need to socialize. Yes, you need to do it. Ah, Felipe, but I have my social media. No. It's not your social media. When I say socialize, I am telling you, go out of your home and talk to other people. And then you serve others. You serve other people. You serve your community. You serve your neighbors. But I don't have money. No. Offer your time. But I don't have time. Offer your energy. Pray. Serve others. Then be grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you are. Then enjoy the present moment. I know you have your plans, your goals, but feel the things you were touching. Feel the paper you were touching. Taste the coffee you were having. Last but not least, move your body. Walk. Take the stairs. Stand up. Stretch. It's time to rise. Control your internal world. When I was a kid, I used to have a dream. A dream to be a millionaire. Everything I thought was money. Then I had this accident. I don't know if you read about it, but I had a car accident. And thank God I survived. It was a miracle. And my mindset changed. If I hadn't had the accident, I wouldn't be here offering this class to you. Here. It's written, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be happy. The 5 values to prosperity. Here in this book, I talk about 5 values that bring prosperity. And I got the knowledge from the biggest holy scriptures. I got the knowledge from Christianity, Islamism, and Hinduism. The 3 biggest religions around the world. What do their sacred books talk about prosperity? It's a nice reading. If you want, talk to Ho. She can sell this book to you if you want. I want to see you VIP here with us. If you can do it, you're welcome. Thank you very much. I'm Felipe Dib. See you next class.